Hey everybody, I wanted to give you a small preview to this magazine that I just picked up. You might see this at your local grocery store or bookstore, but it's a new collector's edition of Rolling Stone magazine, and they've compiled every Mick Jagger interview that's appeared in Rolling Stone magazine over the 50 years of Rolling Stone interviews, as it says right there. Anyway, it's not priced like a usual magazine. It's a special magazine and printed on very nice high gloss thick paper, but this is about $14.99. But it's actually pretty cool considering what's in it. I mean, it's a lot of great photographs and really a tribute to Mick Jagger. As the cover says, it's really a 80th birthday celebration. So what you have here is here's the table of contents on what's in the magazine. So you have interviews going back to 1968, all the way into Exile, into Some Girls period, and his solos projects from the 80s and 90s, and they even feature a good percentage from the Jagger Remembers issue from 1995, which was a huge interview they did with Mick Jagger. And I'll show you more of that in a second. But yeah, it goes all the way past Blue and Lonesome. So it's incredibly complete in terms of interviews and so forth. They're just excerpts, so they're not going to be the complete interview. They're just going to be short little excerpts from each of the different interviews. But nevertheless, I would say this is incredibly worth it. It's a great photo book and also very informative, considering you have Mick Jagger, as best as he can, open up during these interviews and talk about different topics. Here's the section on the Some Girls era interview that he was in with Rolling Stone magazine. But as you can see, it's pretty thorough, and I would say a great little thing to pick up and add to the collection. It's a nice little magazine. And it's nice to have it all in one place. This is the excerpt of the hugely popular Jagger Remembers article that came out in the 90s, which, as you see here, December 14, 1995. That was a big article that came out, and so they've excerpted it here. And anyway, a lot of great pictures. That's a fantastic one. And so it's worth it on many levels, not just the pictures, but also the great text that's in here. It's really comprehensive. So anyway, I imagine this issue will be up for several months. So make sure to pick it up. It'd be a nice way to commemorate Mick Jagger's 80th birthday in July. So keep a lookout for that. While I have you here, I thought I'd show you the original Rolling Stone magazine that features the Jagger Remembers article. This is the original issue, which you can probably still find on eBay. But this is from December 14th, 1995. And this is a huge spread over, I'd say, more than 10 pages of text and pictures here. Very thorough interview with Mick. This is probably as close as you're going to get in terms of a autobiography. As some people know, Mick was approached to write an autobiography sometime in the late 80s or 90s, I think, and he was given an advance fee for the project, but just gave up and gave the money back because he just couldn't be bothered and couldn't go through the actual process of writing a book. He found looking through the memories and trying to piece everything together, and apparently Keith said that often Mick might call him up and say, "Keith, where were we on August 4th, 19 such and such?" And he just wasn't made out to write a book. So anyway, this article, when it came out, was as close as we probably could get to him writing something autobiographical. And it's a strong interview with the editor-in-chief, I guess, of Rolling Stone, Jan S. Wenner. But yeah, so anyway, so thought it'd be something cool to show you. That's a long interview, about 10 pages, and they use the same image for this collector's edition, which I just showed you. So this has excerpts from this interview, but this is pretty cool to find. If you can find it on eBay, it's a great one to include in your collection. But anyway, if you happen to see this on the racks and the bookshelves around town, I recommend it. I think it'd be a good one to add to your collection.